So we're going to do it this way. Okay, fourth graders, turn your voices off. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about when you're trying to write a personal narrative, how do you come up with a story idea? Okay, give me the two defining factors of a personal narrative again. There's two things you have to remember. What were they? Number one, Franson.
True.
The story is true. Number two, Gabby. It's about you. They rhyme. It's true. It's about you. So how do you come up with those kind of story ideas? So today we're going to have kind of some discussion, and you're going to use this little piece of paper. So make sure you've got your paper out, right? And we're going to use this to figure out if we have good strategies for coming up with story topics, then we won't waste our time. We'll have more time to write, which is our goal. So check out this text with me today. So I'm going to zoom in on it and read with me. You're looking for some of those characteristics of a personal narrative. I know it's a little tough to see, so just kind of follow along with me as I go through. Okay? It says, Grandma has a tradition she calls a day of giving each year in November. She's always talking about it at Thanksgiving dinner. Last year, her special day happened to be the same day my parents had tickets to a football game and didn't get one for me. Grandma's day of giving turned into a joint effort between me and her. It'll be fun, Grandma said, probably because she saw the unsure look on my face as I greeted her at the door. Although my parents weren't leaving the house until 10 for the game, of course our day had to begin at 8 a.m. sharp. First things first, Grandma chirped. I need you to go through your room and collect all the things you don't use anymore, like toys and clothes. The day continued like this, her barking orders at me and me going along because I knew it was all for a good cause, and because I couldn't say no to Grandma. We stopped by restaurants to pick up their day-old bread. We donated clothes, toys, and food to the local homeless shelter. We picked up trash at our neighborhood park. Lastly, we were off to a place called the Baby Barn. We're helping babies? I asked as we pulled into the parking lot of a large warehouse. Yes, but don't worry. You don't have to touch any, Grandma joked. A lady in a red Baby Barn shirt led us to our stations for the day. Grandma took what looked like her usual position, sifting through donated baby clothes and putting them in bins. Since I was young and energetic, I got to be a runner. My job was to take the sorted clothes and put them in bins. There were hundreds of bins lined up on shelves around the warehouse. The shelves were sorted by age, gender, and type of clothes. Shorts, shirts, jackets, shoes. Have you ever been to that kind of place before?
I think so.
Yeah. After an hour flew by, I dipped my hand into a bag sorted for 4-year-old boys. I pulled out a green t-shirt with a large T-Rex on it. I recognized the shirt from pictures of myself when I was a toddler. I peeked at the tag. Sure enough, my initials were there. Grandma, I said, this used to be my shirt. Your mom used to bring all your old clothes here when you were smaller, Grandma explained. It looks like someone must have used it and then brought it back again. Who was it? I asked. Well, it must have been someone who needed it, but doesn't need it anymore, Grandma answered. The thought of multiple little boys getting to wear my T-Rex shirt filled my heart with a warm feeling I didn't expect. Can we do this again sometime, Grandma? I asked. Of course, she replied. It would be a lot of fun. So in the story, the author wrote about a person that was special to him, but he didn't just write about himself. Does that make sense? He wrote about, he didn't write about what he looks like, where he lives, what his hobbies are. Personal narratives aren't biographies about you. Instead, they're stories about personal memories that you share with another person usually. He wrote about something he did with who?
Grandma.
His grandma, right? So he was in the story, and it was true, it did happen, but it was also about his grandma, not all about himself. The author is still the main character, and we know that personal narratives are stories that we write about ourselves. But one way that authors generate ideas is to brainstorm memories like this that they have with a person who's special to them. So here's how that can work. Grab your story ideas paper, okay? And down here it says, there we go. Can you see it now? There. On the left side, you're going to write a memory of someone special. So in that box, let me grab a pencil, sorry. In this box right here, you're going to write memories. This is a really easy way to come up with a story idea. Think of a memory with someone special. Just stay put.
May I have your attention,